Alrighty, so I've got like 15 minutes, let's say, so let's try to move on.
You've ever wanted, so if you want Harry, just say it's gonna happen.
I was quite confident. Yeah, because you got everybody that you wanted. Yeah, because it's not their choice, you know, I just get everyone. What is it? I think it has to be a mutual attraction, but to be fair, like, I'm naturally attracted to the people who are attracted to me, so it usually works out. But I think it's like it has to be both-sided. Yeah. Oh, like, I don't think I ever like was with somebody who was not attracted to me or didn't want to be with me. You just cannot manipulate people like that and stuff. You just, like, they have to be attracted to you as well, or they want to gain, like, you know, something from that relationship, just like my ex-boyfriend, because he was not attracted to me. He was not like really affectionate or interested or anything. It was just one big like confusion. He just needed a financial support. I think that's the main reason why he was with me. Yeah. Sounds really awful, but I think that was the main motivation, because he was just about like building the house, and our conversations were like just about, like, you know, how much money we need, what we have to buy, and I was just waiting and waiting and waiting for him to have time for me, but it never happened. Even like when the house was like somewhat like finished, I thought like, yeah, now we can be a couple and we're gonna make it up for ourselves, like, after, you know, like those 2 years of just building and talking about the construction and all of this bullshit. And guess what, like, it didn't happen. He didn't give a shit, and it was actually much worse because he had nothing to do. Because before, like, he had like excuse like not to spend the time with me because it was work, but then he had nothing to do, so he like was visiting his friends, and he was like leaving, and he was gone for the entire day. And although I had a day off, for example, so he genuinely like did not want to be with me, and he just didn't care at all. And so I think the main reason was that, you know, he needed me to help him with the construction. Yeah, and he could not like break up with me, because like if he found a new girlfriend, like no new girlfriend would be like investing in his house like at the beginning of the relationship. It was only me who was, you know, the stupid one who was like, oh yes. Moving on.
So if I go there, I just really want to enjoy the time with him. That would be so fucking awesome.
Oh yes, you could plan your wedding.
Because he could live in here.
I've already planned his future. Like, yeah, he's gonna move to the Czech Republic to me. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Like, you just could?
Yeah, I could, yeah.
Yeah, and then we could, you know, live in France for a bit. Then just go back home. And it would be like, you know, on and off relationship that we would spend, you know, like a month together, and then just a month, you know, back home and things like that. And if you want to settle, then, you know.
Can you believe that I was like 27 years old? Because I do sound like a teenager. This is not like I don't know, a girl in her 20s. I think it's all of the those like steroids and like loneliness and like this like cocktail of like all of those emotions that makes me like say this bullshit.
Yeah, it would be like my business would be, you know, based in the Czech Republic, but I would be able to travel around the world and just do whatever I want, because I would have all of my students on Skype, and that would be so fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I just really want that, and I want that with him because he's perfect. And as I was talking about my ex-boyfriend, like, he was awesome, honestly, he was great, and
at the beginning
I really loved him, and I still do love him, but he's not the guy for me.
And that's why you broke up.
I want to travel, I want someone that I can speak English to, and I mean speaking English with, and like that is my goal. And honestly, like, everything he says is just perfect. Like, the way he is, the way he sees things, and, you know, like, his attitudes and everything, it just is fucking perfect. Like, I can't believe it. Like, every time he says like his opinion on everything, I'm like, that just is exactly what I want. At some point it scares me, but it's not surprising, you know, at the same time, because I have chosen him. Like, obviously I had some sort of vibe from him, and that's the reason why I've chosen
like
him.
for the lessons, yeah, I've chosen him, you know, to be my English teacher, and I've chosen him to be my husband.
As, you know, my English teacher.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't otherwise. Like, there is some kind of energy coming from him.
Yeah.
Although it's quite hard to judge, like, over the Skype whether I like him or not, because I can't feel his energy. I can't feel the chemistry, but honestly, after all of our chats, I really do like him. So, yeah, that would be it.
Yeah. Got one.
And we've been planning, like, my mum has been planning, you know, buying the house. Like, she's been planning that for so far.
Ooh, okay, even at that time, 2017. But yeah, she's always like wanted that. She's always like wanted it, but it was never the right time. Like, I was not financially stable. Like, I'm not like even like now, but still it kind of like works. And I can see that, you know, I'm able to pay for the rent, so that gives me a bit of a confidence that I can pay for the mortgage, which is like much more serious, isn't it? So yeah, but yeah, like my mom, she really, like, she always wanted to get the little house, and now finally, fingers crossed. Please, 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 Christina, tell me, are you in the house? Are you in the house? Have you made it? Have you made it? Tell me. I hope you did. I believe in you. I believe in you, girl, and I believe that yeah, you make it. Yeah, you will. And as you are watching this, you are in the house, and you are having the best time. Yeah, 100% sure, 100% sure. Yeah. Or are you in jail because you killed your ex-boyfriend? That's possible. I'm still really angry with that one. Never mind.
She would like to have, you know, her own house. And the other day she went to see her mother to potentially sign up the flat, like, for her. And the problem is that she gave it to me and my brother and my cousins. So it's like the amount, like the cost of the flat divided by 4 people. But still, it would be enough for us to get the mortgage if we got, you know, the cash. But we can't get it as long as, you know, she's alive, which is a horrible thing to say.
Yeah.
I know. Horrible thing to say. But, you know, the way, you know, what my mum says about her, like, she was not treating her well, like, whatsoever. Like, so...
Yeah, and that's why I said before, like, my family is my mummy and my brother, and that's about it, because the relationships and the dynamics in, like, this side of our family, it was just like awful. Like, my grandmother was a bitch, and she was not treating my mummy right, like, at all. And I'm like, I didn't know about it, and when we were younger, we occasionally like spent some time there when my mum, you know, needed help. Yeah, but at the moment I like found out like what exactly was like happening, then I was like, I don't want to have anything to do with this person. It was awful. Yeah.
But I really want my mum to be happy at the same time. The other day, like on Saturday, yeah, last Saturday, we went to Brno.
Yeah. Did you?
Like Denisa, Sylvia and me.
Yeah.
And my mom, she was like really upset, like when I told her, yeah, I'm going like with the girls. She was like really, I don't know, she was a bit upset because of that. And I was feeling that, you know, I feel quite bad, you know, to have friends. Yeah, I feel bad about having friends because she doesn't have any, and I feel like I should spend like every
She does have
time with
friends.
her.
She does have friends, and like now, like it's like those like low maintenance friendships, which I do understand more and more as I'm getting older. Like I don't like being in touch with people on daily basis or weekly basis or even monthly basis, to be honest. I love to see them like once a year or twice a year, or like sometimes like when we are like both or whatever in the same mood. Like maybe like for example with my friend Veronica, I think I mentioned her before. Yeah, the one with the shitty boyfriend who got angry because she went to see those naked men. So with her, like normally like we see each other once a year. We have like a Christmas party with my classmates from secondary school. So we see each other then. Occasionally, when the time is right and the circumstances are right, then we have a barbecue in summer. And with her, because we were like both single and we had nothing to do, we went for some festivals together. So we saw each other like 5 times last year, I think. So it really depends, and I like it this way because I seriously don't have time to be like messaging with people or seeing them on weekly basis. Like that's too much, and I need space for myself and I want to do my things, and now I genuinely don't have time because I've got just 1 day off. So I cannot manage to see everybody. And my mom is the same. It's like, you know, once in a while having like a meetup with somebody, go for a coffee or a glass of wine or crazy party in her case, and that's enough. Then you have like the full year to like recover, because I think we both like value like quality time over quantity. You know, like when you meet somebody every week, like you don't have much to talk about, but if you see somebody after like a long period of time, you have to go through everything, and you can open up and you can, you know, talk about like everything, and you spend like the whole day together and you're just talking about life and all of those things. And I prefer it like this way. Like when you just do it properly, you spend the whole like afternoon together and you know, I just talk about everything in a really, really deep way rather than like shallow conversations and like seeing each other all the time. Not many people understand that, because a lot of people, they want to see each other like on like weekly basis and stuff, or even daily basis, just like my ex-boyfriend, right? That's where we like differed a lot, because I wanted to organize something like once a week, like a big barbecue, you know, where I would make cocktails and we would, you know, like, you know, host, you know, something. But he was like, nah. And we had like visitors every fucking day, and I just didn't. Yeah, I tried to like, you know, join them, and I tried to like participate, but I was like what do we talk about? Like we saw each other yesterday, and some people went like 3 times a day, like no joke. They came in the morning around lunchtime and then in the evening, and I was like, there was nothing to talk about, so they were just, I don't know, playing games and things like this, and I just don't like it. Like I would rather do my things and I would see them after some time, so we can actually have like a genuine conversation. But those people were not interested in like conversations. It was more like these like superficial and like quite shallow dialogues, where like it was like you knew nothing. I knew nothing about those people, even when I saw them every single day. Like you just don't get any information, nothing personal, nothing deep. They just do not share anything. Yeah, it was challenging. It was really like challenging. I didn't get that. So yeah, here we go.
And when I go out with my friends, I feel like I'm, you know, like cheating on her. But I want her to be happy. But
the way I said it sounded a bit Portuguese. Like I said cheating instead of teaching, or teaching instead of cheating. No, never mind.
The only thing she wants is, you know, the house, to have her garden.
Yeah.
And currently they've been selling, you know, one house on like a main street. It's like next to the Atom Hotel.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Which is a perfect location. Honestly, there was the house, a massive garden, so she could, you know, make the garden the way she wants, and everyone would see it. She would have like a little shop in there, like a florist shop. So
that was a good one.
because she's like, she has realized that, like, she's known that for like forever, but you know, one day she won't be able to, you know, do her job. I mean, like the physical working in the gardens. And then she just has to have like her own shop, and that would be there with the house, so we would live there. She wouldn't have to travel like anywhere, and in case something happened, she would still be able to manage that. Like, she would have like employees to take care of it, and I would be there, and I could have, you know, my own like little language school, or just inviting people, you know, into the garden and stuff like that. It would be so fucking perfect, but I just can't help her now because I'm still, you know, officially unemployed, and it's gonna take at least like a year for me to be able to, you know, even ask anyone for the mortgage. So can't really do anything right now. So it's quite hard, but now that house is on sale.
It's quite funny that I'm listening to this particular one right now, because like now I'm thinking about the house. I'm literally in the same mindset as I was, when was it, 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 6 years ago. Yeah, we've got that literally the same mindset. Yeah, and that's why I finally want to do it, because now like it's the only time when I'm actually like capable of doing that. So I hope it works out, and yeah, we will be successful.
It's like 3 million Czech crowns. That is so fucking a lot.
Yeah,
like we're gonna get like 1 million from our house, but we still have to have some cash for like repairments and for like creating the garden, and we need to have at least like 20% of the gross amount of the entire amount of the house, which means like 20 to 100,000, which we are gonna get with my brother in the end when we got the flat. Yeah.
It's like she heard me, because during the last recording, like I was like, because I could not understand her, and I was like articulate, and now I'm really trying to pronounce the things the right way, which is pretty impressive, darling. Thank you very much. Now I can understand you very clearly.
And I'm quite irritated, but it is gonna happen.
Yes, it is. Yeah, but 6 years later.
I'm like, you know, I just want her to be happy. I feel like I can't leave, you know, the Republic before you know, she's got what she wants.
Yeah.
So that is quite like annoying. I just want her, you know, to be happy. I just farted. Have you heard that?
Oh my god, so I'm being disgusting because I burped. Do you remember the disgusting burp? That was the one. I was talking about my wee-wee. I was talking about my digestive problems, and now we've got farts. Yeah. Yeah.
Considering that I'm speaking to you, Chris.
Hello.
I just want to say that you're fucking amazing. Honestly, like I'm so scared to be happy about it, because every time I'm happy about it, something horrible happens.
That's true.
But now I just want to say that, you know, you've made it. Again, I think I said that in the previous recording, but I mean. I just want to say that, you know, you've achieved everything. As I remember those days when I was sitting on Brighton Beach, just dreaming about being a teacher of English, and here we are. We just made it.
Yeah, you made it.
It's been like nearly half a year.
Yeah.
And you managed it, and you're doing pretty well, and your students are happy. Okay, it's like you... Okay.
Okay, I have to stop you here, darling. 21, 10. I will remember 21 is my lucky number, so I will not get lost during the the next recording. So I've got to go because I've got a student that I have to teach now, and I'm happy. I'm really, yeah, I love, oh my god, it genuinely like gives me confidence, you know, like this girl, she's helping. I'm really happy that I've got these recordings because, you know, it's like, it's my life, and it's the same things, like, you know, buying the house, that was a topic for me at that time. You know, the boyfriends and like everything is just like, it's helping, and I'm happy that I was like, yeah, like kind to myself and talking to myself. It's difficult to be confident, you know, it's difficult to, especially for me, like, you know, I feel down most of the time, so it's cool that occasionally I have these, like, you know, happy days when I can like be kind to myself, and I can actually say this to myself this way. So yeah, on this note, I've got to go to do my dream job. So stay happy and healthy, and I will catch you later. Alligator, bye.